7:38 here, Big 550 KTRS. One of the best, Kathy Helbig, joins us, talk a little real estate with us. Good morning, Kathy Helbig.
Good morning.
What are we talking about today?
We are talking about how to kill it this year in the real estate market.
Yes.
Today is March 1st.
Yes.
Right? The official, unofficial start of spring in the real estate market.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you some quick things I'm going to run through that you need to do to get your house ready and to sell for top dollar.
All right.
Number one is working with an experienced realtor. Duh, no brainer. Only 11% of people, according to the national averages, sell their house on their own. If you think about out of those 11%, a good percentage of those, I'm gonna go on a limb and say 60 to 70%, end up having a realtor on their side anyway, and you have to factor in that commission, so you're not saving what you think you're saving to begin with. Listing in the spring, so you kind of missed your opportunity to get on the market in the winter, which honestly in the spring, statistics say you sell for about 1% to 2% higher, depending on where you're located.
Right.
So now is the time. It's officially spring. Get the house on the market. There are buyers just waiting for the right inventory to come on right now. It's so dry. Figure out what matters to you most as a seller. Top profits, time frame of when you're going to close, who you sell the house to. Those are the topics of conversation you need to have with your realtors. Understand pricing before you go. That's the biggest thing I run into with people. There's so much wrong information out there that people rely on as how to accurately price a house.
You mean the Zillows and all that stuff?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. So do not rely on that. Hire a professional realtor. If you still don't think it's right, get an appraiser to come in there and figure out pricing. It's critical. Because actually, if you price towards the lower spectrum of your frame, then you are actually going to sell your house for higher than if you push the price too high.
Say that again. That is so important.
I know,
for
and
people
it's
to
so
realize.
hard for people to get. More? Yes, especially in this type of market. There's usually like a price range that we tell you your house will probably most likely sell for. So if you end up pricing that house towards the lower end of that range, we about 85% of the time are coming out with multiple offers on that house. If it ends up not getting what we're asking anyway, then it wasn't worth it anyway.
Right.
So usually we see at least 2 to sometimes 10 offers coming in on a property that uses that strategy of hugging towards the low end and then netting.
So if you bid
more.
if you put the price low, you create a bidding war.
Creates the frenzy.
You create a frenzy. You get more for it if you start it lower.
Yeah, and you actually have to think about who your competition is too. So if you price a little bit on the lower side, the houses that you're competing against, you're better. So that's what also helps create the buyer frenzy.
And once a buyer bids on a house, they don't want to walk away from that.
They don't want to
house.
walk away. They're already emotionally invested.
Exactly.
And a few $1,000 more isn't going to make much difference on their mortgage payment, so they keep going and going and going. When you get ready to sell, be prepared to spend a little bit of money. That's another pushback I get with people. They're like, I'm ready to sell. I'm done putting money into this house. I don't want to touch a thing, but sell it for top dollar.
Right.
You know the old saying, it takes money to make money.
Right.
So you got to put a little bit in, and you definitely will recover. And we will help you. Like sometimes I'll go to a house and they're going to go way overboard, and I'm going to be like, you're never going to recoup that. So there's certain things that are key things to do that you'll definitely recoup. A fresh set of eyes is so important. You guys have lived in your houses forever, and so you stop seeing things. When I walk through, I'm going to be like, a buyer's going to jump out of this. This is going to make buyer feel like that.
What clutter? What are you talking about?
Exactly. Now you also miss the window of not sprucing up your landscaping. Everybody's landscaping looks terrible in the winter, but now it needs to be time for you to invest in that for some curb appeal.
Fertilome.
And get in a professional housekeeper now. Cleanliness is godliness.
Oh.
The biggest things you can do is focus on your kitchen upgrades and your bathroom upgrades. If you've got old tile, get it glazed. If you've got a vanity that needs to replace or some countertops, you can do some inexpensive fixes and upgrades to your bathrooms and kitchens.
Anything else?
Paint, carpet, you name it. Just a little bit of money.
If somebody calls you today and says, I want to sell my house, realistically, how soon can you get that house on the market?
Depending on what type of projects they need to do, I can get that house on the market in a few days to a week. If depending on when our photographers are ready and if they're ready to, if their house isn't clean, then we got to wait for them. So there's a bunch of dominoes that have to fall.
Right.
So we meet with you, we figure out how quickly you want to do this, and then we move as fast as you can move.
And there are buyers begging for homes.
There are buyers out there just dying to put an offer on a home right now. It's just everybody's kind of coming out the gate slow this year off of winter.
Right.
And the rates have gone up a little bit, and so it's making people get antsy and they want to get contracts down on houses. So we're literally got